Alright, yesterday 420 peanuts were evenly divided among the Serengeti Zoo's African elephants. Today, a new elephant has joined the zoo and 420 peanuts are still evenly divided, but each elephant gets 2 fewer peanuts than yesterday. How many elephants are there at the zoo today? Alright, well, we don't know how many elephants there are, and we don't know how many peanuts they get apiece, but if we take the number of elephants times the number of peanuts per elephant, so peanuts per elephant, that'll give us the total number of peanuts, and that's 420. Okay? So the number of elephants and the number of peanuts per elephant are factors of 420. So really we just need to figure out what the factors of 420 are, and then we're looking for factor pairs where one element of the pair is one more than another element of another pair. Well, let me just keep going here. I first of all want to find the factors of 420. Okay, so that'll narrow down the possible numbers of elephants and numbers of peanuts per elephant, right? So let's factor 420 first of all into its prime factors. So that's 42 times 10, and 42 is 6 times 7, and 6 is 3 times 2, and 10 is 2 times 5. Alright, so 420 in terms of its prime factors is, alright, we got 2 2's, so 2 squared, we have a 3 here, times 3 times 5, and then we have 7 times 7. Okay, is that everything? So we have 3, 2, 7, 2, 5. Alright. Okay, that's in terms of its prime factors. But we really want all the factor pairs. We want to look at all the factor pairs so that we can figure out, which factor pairs meet the criteria up here. So, alright, but one thing nice about having the prime factorization is I can tell how many factor pairs there are going to be, or just how many factors total. Okay, so the number of factors of 420, it'll have the prime factors of the factors of 420 will have some number of 2's, some number of 3's, 5's, and 7's, okay? It can have up to 1 7, 0 or 1 7. It can have 0 or 1 5. It can have 0 or 1 3, and it can have 0 or 1 or 2 2's, okay? So the number of factors, we just need to choose how many 2's it has, and how many choices do we have for the number of 2's. We can have 0, or we can have 1, or we can have 2 factors of 2. Alright, so that's 3 choices for the number of 2's. The number of 3's, we can either have 0 3's, or we can have 1 3. So we have two choices for the number of factors of 3, either 0 or 1. And the same way with the number of factors of 5, it's 0 or 1, so that's 2 choices. And for 7, we can have 0 or 1, factor of 7, and so that's 2 choices. So that means we have a total of 24 factors. And that'll help us because that's a lot of factors. So that's essentially 12 factor pairs. And that's a lot of factors, so we'll know when we've got them all if we can count 24 of them. So I'm going to scroll down here so I can list these factors out. Alright. Well, the most obvious one is 1 times 420. Okay? And 2 times what? 210. 3 will go into it. 3 times what? 140. We could have a factor of 4, and it would be 4 times 105. We can have a factor of 5. Let's see, 5 times 84 is 420. Let's see, 6. 6 times 70. We can have 7 times 60. We can have 10 times 42. We can have 12 times 35. We can have 14 times 30. We can have 15 times 28. And we can have 20 times 21. Okay? And that's it. Now let's count them and make sure we've got them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we have 12 factor pairs, which gives us 24 factors. All right. So all I need, all I do is go through. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't be 8 because we only have 2 factors of 2. Can't be 9 because we only have 1 factor of 3. So we can take a 2 and a 5 and make a 10. We can take a 2 2 2's and a 3 to make a 12, and so on. We just go through the different and find all the factors. Okay. All right. So we're looking for factor pairs where, okay, so we added one more elephant, and they got 2 fewer peanuts apiece. So let's look for factors that are 1 apart. Now, obviously 1 and 2, those are 1 apart, but the difference between the number of peanuts they would get is a lot more than 2. So in here, like, these are 1 apart, these are 1 apart, these are 1 apart, these are 1 apart, these are 1 apart. All of those are 1 apart, but if you look at the difference between the number of peanuts they would get when you just add 1 more elephant, you can see it's a lot more than 2. So here, like here, between 5 and 6, if you had 5 and then and they each got 84 peanuts, and then you added 1 more elephant, they'd each get 70 peanuts, which is a difference of 14, and we're looking for a difference of 2. Okay, so here's a difference of 10. So, okay, now keep going, and you'll see there's a difference of 3, here's a difference of 2, difference of 2. Okay, here's another difference of 1. Okay, and what do you know? We have a difference of 2 in the other pair of the factored pair. Okay, so we start out, yesterday we had 14 elephants, and they each got 30 peanuts. Okay, and then today we have 15 elephants, and they each got 28 peanuts. Okay, so each of those products gives you 420. Oops, 420. Okay, and you can see here we have the case where one more elephant gives you 2 fewer peanuts. Okay, so what does that mean? We're asked to find how many elephants there are today in the zoo. So the answer is 15 elephants.